had wanted chickens for quite a while. We actually built our coop about 1.5 years ago, but it never seemed like quite the right time. We always had a trip coming up or something, and we knew we wanted chicks, so we would need a good amount of time at home with them. And then when quarantine happened, we realized we were going to be having quite a bit of time at home.
It was something my husband and I were already talking about.
My husband said if you can buy a book and learn about chickens, you can buy them.
My fiance Katie and I had been discussing getting chickens for the past few years, but we rented in Brooklyn, so it really wasn't feasible. When the pandemic hit and we knew we'd be up in our Catskills cabin for at least a month, we started sort of a joint project with our neighbors. We got 6 silver lace Wyandotte chicks.
Not 2, but 8 chickens.
We got 5 just because it seemed like a good enough amount in terms of the number of eggs we'd be getting every week. We're going to be getting somewhere around 18 to 20 eggs every week. We'll definitely be giving a lot to friends.
We tried to find local chickens to no avail, and ultimately we ordered some from Missouri online.
So many people were buying up chickens that it was hard to buy the chickens that you wanted because they weren't available.
We built what I called the cuddle cave. It was a cave made out of wire that we overlaid with a heating blanket. Nowadays, all the heating blankets are on automatic shutoff, so they go off every 2 hours. So I was basically setting an alarm for myself to wake up every 2 hours at night to switch back on that heating blanket.
You're brave. Don't jump. Our coop and our run is all in one. The run they spend most of the day in. You'll see they're all in there right now. We put wallpaper on our coop for extra flair, and then this is their nesting boxes. So once they start laying eggs, it'll be really easy to just pull, grab the eggs every morning.
This is the coop. It's about I'd say 6 feet long and 4 feet tall. My husband also built the swing, but the chickens haven't really taken advantage of that. I think they're freaked out by the non-stability. We've surrounded the coop with some basil and mint, which the birds really like to partake in.
So we got them when they were little chicks, and so they had to be inside under a heat lamp, and the most convenient place for them to be was my home office. So we set up a little heat lamp and baby pool inside my home office, and for the most part they were pretty quiet, but then every so often on a video call, you'd hear this little peep 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 in the background, and I can't tell you how many times people are like, what is that noise? I hear something, what is that peep peep peep? And the minute you say, oh, I have baby chicks, they immediately want you to go and run and grab one and show them the baby chick, and it just makes everybody happy, brings a smile to everybody's faces. So I think if anything, it's interrupted my workday in a really great way, and brought me closer to both my colleagues and my clients, and just given us something to talk about that is sort of real and personal and human outside of work.
They actually have name calls for you. So when they're going to bed or when they see you with food in your hand, they actually do have a name for you and each other. So they do a little roll call, which I think is hilarious.
The dust bathing. So chickens dust bathe. They love to dust bathe. They sort of like dig a little hole in the dirt and toss dirt all up over themselves, and they love to do it in groups.
Our rescue dog Esther gets along with them great. They actually sit out under the deck a lot of the times together and sunbathe, and while the birds are dirt bathing. Chickens, turns out, they're a little bit like tiny dinosaurs, and every day with them is like living with velociraptors in the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park.
I also have dogs and a cat, and the chickens are the easiest out of all of them. And chickens give you eggs. Chickens during quarantine, go for it.